This is Ruben Lowing. I just finished my shoulders and tricep workout at Planet Fitness here in McAllen. And, I'm been thinking about my WSB business and little things like, when you hear Mike Tyson say, everybody's got a plan until they get hit. It comes across wrong because Mike Tyson hits so hard. But when you're a boxer and you've got this plan, you got this your strategy, this combination that you're going to lay on this other guy in your mind, and then right as you're about to unload, he just pops a jab in your face and it erases everything. Right? It takes a lot. It takes somebody who's got, and what you have to do is you have to drill and drill and drill and visualize and anticipate that jab so it doesn't interrupt your process. Okay, follow me. All right, so it doesn't have to be a hard punch, a little flick, okay? And it works. Well, in this business, any sales business, all right, the especially when you got people that have never been in sales, right? They've never done it, so they want success, and they want it to work, okay, and so they get their plan all devised in their head, and then they get an objection, or they get a no, or they get somebody they know and respect, criticizing them or ridiculing them, or their leader gets critical of them, and it makes them stop, okay, because they don't have a repertoire of processes to deal with that at first, okay. Now eventually you'll keep at it, and you've seen it and you've heard it, and okay, and then when you've learned something a certain way, and now you get a new manager, or you go to a new place, or you get a new leader, right, and they want you to do it another way, and whenever you try doing what you think you know how to do, they stop you, or they get critical of it, or that's not the way we do it, right? It makes you freeze. Okay, so how did when Mike Tyson fought Michael Spinks? Michael Spinks had one of the best jabs in the boxing industry. He beat Dwight Kwawi, unifying the light heavyweight title, and Dwight Kwawi was a monster, right? But he couldn't lay a glove on Michael Spinks. At the end of the fight, Michael Spinks is like, I did it with my jab. And then he goes up against Larry Holmes, who probably has one of the most legendary jabs in the history of boxing, right? And he beat Larry Holmes, right? And then he faced Mike Tyson, right? And he lasted less than 2 minutes with Mike Tyson, okay? Mike Tyson overwhelmed him, okay? Totally dominated him, okay? And that's what you've got to do, and I'm saying this and people might take it wrong, okay? When people come at you with objections, or they get critical of you, or whatever, you have got to blow past those hurdles, okay? And of course, you're not fighting, you're not swinging on anybody, okay? You've just got to go, you know what, peanut gallery, you just sit over there and watch, right? And you got to do what you know how to do. And what's most important is the activity, and because the more people you come across, and you start hearing the same things over and over again. I don't have time, or it's not me, or you know they they give you these stalls. I got to pray about it, right? You know, if you're Christian, let's pray about it right now. I believe in God, right? Well, I got to talk to my wife. So we should never do one-legged appointments. Okay, the women see things differently because they see how this is protecting them, right? I remember when I was in California, I got really tired of people do the whole workup, do a whole illustration for them, and then the husband's like, well, you know, we're not going to do this right now, right? And I just looked at the wife and I said, so tomorrow, if he steps off in the street and gets run over by a bus, are you and the kids going to live with his parents or yours? And she looked at him and he looked at her, and he wasn't happy with me, but I got that premium. And later on, he thanked me because it gave him peace of mind. I think somebody he knew died, and they had to do like chicken plates or whatever to pay for his funeral or something, right? And but women see things different. So being a manly man, and we're talking man to man, right? Well, this is definitely is important to the wife, to the spouse, all right? And they see how important it is. They know, and it's something always in the back of their head. What happens to this guy? Or what if he leaves me? Or whatever, right? That's always something that's a concern. And or what? Yeah, what if he dies? Right? What am I gonna do? Right? Because usually the man makes more money, right? So, but you got to know that coming in. You got to know. And then you got to know this: 48% of Americans don't have anything saved for retirement. Now check this out. All right, only only, and then there's only 12%, only 12% of the whole population in the United States. Only 12% have enough for retirement. So you got 32% that are working on it. They got something, right? But they're not going to see the promise. And there's a lot. That's how I was. That's where I was when I first saw this business, first got introduced to it. And the guy that talked to me didn't talk to me right. I was a real estate broker, and he didn't talk to me right, right? But it would have been so easy. All he would have had to say is, we need to talk. I think we can help each other increase. We can increase each other's business. I'd have been at that appointment right now, right? And then when I would have seen this, I would have totally got it, right? But I wasn't approached that way. It's knowing how to do it and how to say it, knowing who you're talking to, all right, and having an idea, of just you got to listen to them, and they'll tell you what's important. And if you already know, everybody who's in a mortgage broker or even a real estate broker, okay, what happens? They feel so good to help somebody get the American dream. Now you know what that guy that they just sold that house to, what he's thinking about? How can I pay this house off faster? Because I want to retire. That's what they're thinking, right? And the joy of getting in that house lasts for a little bit until there needs to be repairs, and something happens, and they need to tap some equity, they need to refinance, right? And because they don't have an emergency fund, right? All that stuff is why they need what we got. Okay, estate planning, um, end of life um, services, right? Something that right now, so you can make sure that they're buried with some dignity, right? All those things that people don't like to think about, but when it happens, somebody better have thought about it. Okay. The so and then just imagine how good it feels to help somebody get into a house. Have the American dream, and now you can say, "Hey, listen, what if I could show you a way to pay off all your debt, including your mortgage, in 5 to 10 years without increasing your monthly payments, and have and be ready for retirement?" Okay, because nobody's talking about. Dave Ramsey talks about paying that debt off, paying everything, paying that mortgage off, right? But when that mortgage, but if you're not putting money away, you're starting from scratch once you paid off that mortgage. Okay, you didn't. So there's a way of doing it where you can do both and be more efficient, right? And that's a lot of just being smart about what you do. And we're not taking anybody's money; it's your money, right? We're just showing you how to get the most out of your money for you, right? And that's what people got to understand. All right, I am so excited. This Robin Sharma, just totally just that easy of helping me figure out how to manage my morning to do the things I've been trying to do for about 2 years now. All right, isn't that crazy? And just by the 20 it's 20 minutes working out. 20 minutes may not be your primary workout. You will do the whole thing later. But get that first 20 minutes, get that endorphins kicking and your heart beating and your blood pumping, and your lungs breathing, and then get that oxygen in your brain, and then going over your plan for the day for 20 minutes, right? Which you should have worked on the night before, right? And then 20 minutes in affirmations. Then you can go to the gym and finish up the last 4 runs on the heavy bag. That's what I'm going to be doing. All right, time's up.